watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
All right, good morning. You are looking live over Arlington this morning. You can see the sun is shining. Today is going to be the hottest day of the week. Some areas will be in the 90s, so it's going to feel like summertime. But we are tracking the chance for some thunderstorms as well. But good morning. It's 6 o'clock right now on a Wednesday. Thanks for starting your morning with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tanaya Wright.
And of Corey James. Shanika's going to have the latest on those roads in just a moment. Let's turn things over to Jackie, starting off with a forecast that is a bit warm today.
Yeah, a warm start as well. Temperatures right now into those middle 60s. At least we're tracking the dry conditions. We have that cold front back out towards the west, working its way through Indiana right now. That'll be approaching our area, and that will be firing up some showers and storms that we'll see later on today. That severe outlook, slight risk back over towards western Maryland, so those areas shaded in yellow. That's that higher chance for some of those stronger thunderstorms. Marginal risk green, that's the low end of that severe scale, and that includes areas just to the north and west of DC. So heads up for later on today. I would think closer towards the evening commute is when we could see a few of those thunderstorms. Temperatures right now 50s and 60s, but we're right at 65 in DC with high temperatures climbing to near 90 degrees around DC, likely seeing that 90 down towards Fredericksburg. About more details and look ahead towards that Memorial Day weekend forecast in just a few minutes. Shanika's back with a look at that morning commute on this Wednesday. How's it looking?
All right, yeah, happy Wednesday. We are looking at your roadways. You are seeing some delays, especially heading south along 270. And this is coming out of Frederick, heading through 109 past Hyattstown, but we're not tracking any issues there. Let's flip over to the map so we can see the rest of your commute. So we did have some problems, and you're still seeing some delays on 70 heading westbound. So that's out of Frederick heading toward Washington County. That's right between 40 and 17. So do expect some delays. They did eventually just close the left side. So you just stay right to get by, guys.
Shanika, thank you. New details. We are learning the names of two men charged with shooting at a DC police captain.
Officials say the two men should have never had a firearm. Prince George's County police say they arrested Rashid Thorne and William Walker III. Court documents reveal the men should not have been carrying a weapon. Court documents show Thorne was convicted of attempt to carry a pistol without a license in D.C. last year. They find that Williams had two previous convictions in Prince George's County. Both men now face additional charges for assault with a dangerous weapon in connection to Monday's shooting. Meantime, two D.C. medical groups are calling on leaders to stop gun violence. The group On Call for Kids is pushing for new laws to strengthen background checks and require safe storage of guns. The other group, the D.C. chapter of American Academy of Pediatrics, is unveiling new initiatives to address gun violence. The initiative RX for D.C. urges local leaders to lend more support for school attendance and improve mental health access.
Sort of like taking your fruits and vegetables to live a healthier life. So prevention is key. What are all the things, all the assets in our communities that we can build upon to prevent, some of these dangerous outcomes like violence in communities?
D.C. police data shows 7 juveniles have been killed so far this year from gun violence. All right, well, more accountability and transparency. That is what the District Attorney General is calling for when it comes to the Department of Youth Rehabilitative Services.
He introduced a bill to the City Council yesterday in order to tackle that. DC News Now's Jean-Marie Sissay is live this morning in Northeast with the latest. Jean-Marie, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Well, the Attorney General for the District of Columbia says that the youth that are being released from these youth detention centers are committing even more crimes once they're out. And he says intervention is needed. He's asking that the Department of Youth Rehabilitation Services be held accountable for that. A newly introduced legislation aims to reduce recidivism and also improve public safety outcomes in the district's juvenile system. Attorney General Brian Schwab introduced the Recidivism Reduction Oversight and Accountability for the Department of Youth Rehabilitative Services Act, also known as the ROAD Act. Now, if passed, the bill would require the agency to reform its supervision and intervention practices, mandate independent oversight to increase transparency, and allow the D.C. Supreme Court to have the authority to intervene if the Department of Youth Rehabilitative Services fails its duties. Now, this all comes after data from the Juvenile Justice Facilities oversight shows that there were 38 critical incidents as of April, and there were also 34 youth-on-youth assaults. And that's the highest it's been since the end of last year.
DYRS undertakes that critical responsibility without enough transparency and accountability. The data and outcomes that we do have, however, demonstrate that DYRS is not delivering the results that district residents deserve.
We will always be receptive to improving the policies and practices that we use to ensure that we are taking the best approach.
Now, of course, the committee has to vote on this bill before heading to the entire council. We're now reporting live in Northeast DC. I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
Yeah, Marie, thank you. Time right now is 6:05. New this morning, Prince George's County fire officials say one person and a baby are hurt after a house fire in Landover. Firefighters say it happened at a two-story duplex on Carrington Avenue before 7 o'clock last night. Officials say they saw smoke and flames coming out of the building when they arrived. According to the department, both victims were taken to the hospital and are expected to recover. In Northeast D.C., firefighters now know the cause of an apartment fire that happened near Florida and New York Avenues yesterday. Investigators say a vacuum cleaner powered by a lithium-ion battery caught fire while it was charging. D.C. Fire and EMS say sprinkler systems inside that apartment contained the fire. Officials say you should only use a charger, though, that comes with your device. They also say to never overcharge the device as well. A safety watchdog group overseeing Metro is calling out Metro Rail for outdated and inaccurate safety procedures.
The Washington Metro Rail Safety Commission just released its report stating Metro is not carrying out proper maintenance and inspection tasks. DC News Now's Liberty Zabala is live in Northwest this morning with more on what we're learning. Liberty, good morning.
Good morning to Naya and Corey. Well, this safety audit is more than 50 pages long, and it details how Metro is not performing up to standard. The Washington Metro Rail Safety Commission performed the audit through interviews, site visits, and data reviews conducted through December of last year. It found Metro Rail is not carrying out rail car maintenance and inspection tasks as specified by its procedures. The audit found Metro is training personnel on outdated procedures and is not identifying and mitigating hazards related to rail cars and rail car personnel. The audit found it is also not meeting life safety and occupational safety and health requirements at maintenance facilities in areas such as the Hot Works program, fall protection requirements, and safe crane lifting practices. It states Metro Rail is not following some requirements for car maintenance road mechanics and is not following certain industry standard protection practices for rail car components. It found Metro Rail is also not using properly calibrated equipment. Some positive aspects of the report found Metro is making upgrades to its troubled 7000 series rail cars, which were involved in a derailment back in 2021. It made 3 recommendations related to tracking shelf life of decaying railcar parts, sharing training records with supervisors, and conducting a railcar maintenance staffing assessment to account for current facilities, railcars, maintenance requirements, and operational changes. And WMATA says it is reviewing this audit and will take appropriate action upon completion of its review. It is also required to submit corrective action plans within 30 days of the release of this report. For now, live here in Northwest DC, Liberty Zabala, DC News Now.
Thank you, Liberty. Well, happening now, multiple airlines are bidding for new flight spots at Reagan National Airport. This comes after Congress passed the FAA Reauthorization Act, which increases the amount of daily flights allowed at DCA. Southwest Airlines is one of those applying to add a new route. The airline is hoping to add a nonstop flight to Vegas. It says adding this flight is expected to lower fares for passengers, but many are against this new bill, saying DCA is already too crowded.
I think it's overloaded as it is. I believe it's the busiest runway in the country. I don't have any problem with the destinations, but it's just the number of flights, that's all.
According to the Metro Washington Airport Authority, these new flights are expected to increase delays, cancellations, and add stress to the airport's infrastructure. Alaskan Airlines also looking to add a direct flight to San Diego. And Dulles Airport is set to be home to a new airline this summer. Avelo Airlines offering flights starting July 12th. For now, it's just offering a direct flight to New Haven, Connecticut. Avelo plans to operate that route twice a week with flights on Mondays and Fridays. Prices start at $46.
Happening this morning, the Montgomery County Assistant Police Chief is expected to get the nomination to lead the department. Mark Yamada has been with the department for 35 years. Officials say if confirmed by the County Council, Yamada will become the first Japanese American to serve in this role. He will replace current Chief Marcus Jones, who is retiring this summer. And D.C. Councilmember Robert White is planning to announce the Pets and Housing Act this afternoon. The initiative gets rid of non-refundable pet move-in fees and places caps on pet rent and security deposits. It would also stop landlords from excluding an animal based on its size, weight, or what it calls perceived dangerousness. The meeting is expected to start at 3:30.